Hey guys, we're Team 3846 Maelstrom and we're out of Middleton High School in Tampa, Florida. We're here today to give you some tips and tricks on FTC as we're a veteran team. We hope these help you and hope to see you in the season.
When I had first started FTC, I wish I held a greater expansive knowledge of designs that could be used. For newcomers that are trying to avoid this issue, I would suggest rewatching major FTC matches from prior years to try to draw inspiration from.
Newcomer to FTC, I think it's a good idea to look at the game and evaluate where you want to put the most points in, where you want to use your time. You can look at what it's easiest to do and how much time and effort you have to put into that and evaluate the season from there. Now, it's a good idea to incorporate everyone's ideas. It'll make the team feel more like a team and it'll really help your development process.
Some advice I would give to rookie teams would be to make sure everybody gets a part in building the robot and designing the robot, and to manage your time correctly, or else you'll never get anything done and you'll never have a good enough robot to make it to Worlds.
Is there any things I would give to a new team? If you're a new team, I recommend trying to learn as much as possible. One of the ways I learned, not necessarily just as a team, but if you look up videos and you try to look at the forums and you go and look at the rules and stuff like that, that will give you a lot of information to help you understand more of what you're trying to do, as well as like any really important information or really cool tips that you can get from teams that have already been around. Also, I recommend asking questions to already developed teams, such as ours, I guess, and a lot of big programs such as military robotics, and trying to get that kind of just information from big teams like that. Another thing I would definitely recommend would be to just ask questions on forums, go to subreddits, and try to get as much information. That's how we get a lot of our information, and I guess it's one of the bigger things if you're a new team.
A tip that I would give to any new teams is to look at the game manual and more specifically the awards. These will help you a lot when building your robot, as if you tailor them to the awards, it'll end up with a great robot. Things such as the Inspire Award, which will let you have a great engineering notebook, the PTC Design Award, which will let you have industrial elements and sensors as well. These things will help you end up with a great robot that functions well.
One tip that I'd give to new FTC teams is to use design synergy. Our team likes to embody this principle as it allows us to design and create the robot while programming it at the same time in order to allow for everything to come together at once. Instead of programming the robot at the end when there may not be enough time, we like to incorporate them together and the program as we build.
A piece of advice that I would give to teams that are just starting out, one would be to make sure to leverage the strength or the skill of every single one of your team members, because First Robotics is like a collaborative environment, so you need to make sure that every member can contribute their best if you want your robot and your team overall to do its best. So that includes not only technical aspects like building or programming, but non-technical aspects like documentation, scouting, etc. Also, know your limits, but don't be afraid to exceed them, because it's always better to make a robot that's very polished but stays within a certain limit than it is to make a robot which can attempt but fail to do everything in a challenge. My favorite Actibodics component is definitely the side tapped pattern mount. We used to call it the quad hub mount. And it's just so versatile because you can use it to attach channels together. You can use it to attach channels to custom parts. In the past, we've CNC milled or cut aluminum plate, and it's easy to attach that to Actibotic structure using quad hub mounts. And we can also use it to strengthen channels when they're going to be receiving some significant side load, which we did in the case of having to mount a motor to the side of a channel rather than on the top. And the stress that that channel was experiencing would have caused it to rip in half if not for the quad hub mount, which we put inside the channel to give it some extra support.
Although our team believes that one of the most simple yet important parts is the side tap pattern mount C, we believe that a single part isn't what makes Actibotics our building system of choice. What makes Actibotics truly versatile is the incredible range of components that all interface with each other flawlessly. The extensive variety allows almost any idea our team has to come to life.
One issue that our team ran into was that, especially during things like competition, there was no real clear leadership. So, of course, everyone is trying to go and do their own thing, and it becomes very chaotic because there's no one to sort of rally everyone together and to make some decisions and help the team to adapt. So it becomes very stressful because everyone feels that they have to kind of take charge. And we sort of fixed this by, getting together and sort of setting up a checklist and some basic sort of schedule, timing, routines to make sure that everything got done, everything that needed to get done got done in an appropriate, timely manner.
We've had a lot of trouble with time management. You want to make sure that you're allocating your time well, and you know how much time to use on developing and how much time to use on testing and programming. Those three will make you a successful team.
The biggest problem our team faced was time management and evaluating our robot. Early in the year, or early in the season I should say, we quickly put together a robot without fully planning out or figuring out what we wanted it to do. We just added on components to a base frame. Later on, just a couple weeks before leagues, we realized we had fully planned out a robot and we realized what we could have done to make it better and improved on it. So in that short time span, we scrambled to put it together, and it was a huge mess, but we were able to make it work. So from now on, we are going to fully plan out our robot from the beginning and making sure that it works regardless of time constraints.
In the past, the struggle that we've experienced was in my second year of robotics when our team wasn't really able to settle and focus on one design, and we kept trying to improve and take ourselves to new heights, but we went about that in the wrong way. Rather than focusing on one design and solidifying that design, we would try out something, think, oh, this is not going to work, throw it away, and then move on to another design, which ultimately meant that we couldn't really refine our robot to its maximum potential, which eventually cost us a lot of matches at our final competition of the season.
If you're a new team and you're wondering about problems with other teams, well, one of the problems with our teams has been team synergy. When everybody tries to do their own thing, nothing gets done. So if you really want to get stuff done, you want to be a good team, then you really need to work on working together and having just be a really good group, and you'll do well.
Hey guys, thank you again for watching this video, and we hope it helped you out a lot. If you guys need any help or want to contact us directly, any ways to contact us is down in the description below, and feel free just to reach out anytime you guys want or have any questions. We have a bunch of people to help with programming, building, designing, CAD, anything you guys need. If you guys need parts as well, we'll help you figure out what's the best way to buy it, help out with budgeting, anything you guys want at all. Please reach out, and we are happy to help. We hope you guys have a great season, and hope to see you guys at Worlds. Thank you.